Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thedrydown. Welcome to today one of my eyewear capsules. We're gonna do a selection today of kind of some conversation style, as I always do when I do my eyeglass reviews. We're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna reach beyond fragrances and cigars and wines today, as I love to do the lifestyle content. And one of the things that I love to do is when embracing all the different dimensions of sensory experiences, I love to talk about eyewear, because eyewear is not only synonymous when it comes to accessories of fragrances and having lifestyle changes. Of eyewear is one of those things that goes well with everything. It's an accessory, into a window into your face, so to speak, and a window into your personality. And so that's why you see a lot of opticians really growing in spaces where you didn't see it in the past, because people are taking eyewear not only personal but practical and expressive. And I am one of those people that loves to do so. And so today in the review, I am going to do a review for the Akoni Apollo sunglass. And this is the one in black and gold. This is the actual skewing information for authentication on the boxing. If you are a person who loves and are a critiquer of beautiful eyewear and also presentation, you're going to love what we have here for the brand of Akoni. So welcome back. I'm the host, Chris, of the Thedrydown, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences. But today our senses, like I said, are going to take sight as center stage. And we're going to do that just, we may throw in some fine sense today about my sense of the day, but this is going to be about great framewear for your face. It's about far more than a tool. It's about an expression of identity. And it's exactly why we're here today in this community. So sit back, relax, and prepare to discover something that's worthy of your collection, in my honest opinion, when it comes to sunglasses and eyewear. Let's get right into what it is to have Akoni eyewear. So in the past, we've explored a lot of fragrances on this channel, as you guys know. The ones that linger on scents, I talk about cigars and how the stories of smoking those have affected me, and even how wine and the age of wine has affected me as well. From myth to region to actually what it is to come up, what it is to have a taste of what I love in that region. And so today we're going to shift that focus to an accessory that sits on your face, a piece of craftsmanship that just speaks to your style, it speaks to heritage, and it speaks to your vision, to be matter of fact. So looking closely here at the Apollo from Akoni, it's a black and brushed 12 karat gold finish frame, a frame that blends a lot of Japanese engineering with a lot of Swiss inspired legacy and design. This is one of the best frames that I've picked up in the last few years. I'm very honest when I talk about these particular things, because I'm an unbiased reviewer, as you guys know. And the reason I've become so synonymous with a lot of these characteristics of eyewear, cigars, and things like that is because that's what I give you. I give you a pinpoint review on something, overview of something, and I really give an honest opinion of what it is and what it does. And so when I unpack these upon opening, you could tell the heritage of the brand. You could tell the materials, the design, the styling, and ultimately what you do answer yourself is this worthy of your collection? And ultimately, when it comes to Akoni, that has been one true statement. So let's talk a little bit about the backstory and the brand heritage when it comes to Akoni. So the brand Akoni was born, from a vision like every other company is. And this is one of, you want to talk about craftsmanship that's worn and something that is very valuable to yourself. It kind of endures. The name is derived from a Latin meaning of priceless. And that's a worthy admission to what it is to have and signal intent when you're making up a brand. So with the Apollo model, the narrative is clear to me. The name after the historic space mission, the frame that captures a spirit of exploration, precision, and ambition is exactly what you get from this Akoni's frame. This is one of the best looking heritage styles, I want to say. The cues to this one is the brushed gold that gives it this flair. It's ultimately one that looks like a Wayfarer when you put it on face, but the brushed gold has accents that really come and jump off the face through the creative way they've done this exclusive, almost like a clip-on eyewear lens. And it's a very, very well made and engineered piece of material. So in choosing this frame, you're not just selecting a piece of eyewear, you're really aligning yourself with the mindset of a legacy and craft of excellence when it comes to the design of Akoni. The design and technical details of this one they're discreet, from the Apollo construction. It's a frame built on hybrid materials, Japanese acetate and titanium, marrying, like I always try to tell you guys, marrying a structure that signals comfort and strength and poise when it comes to a frame is very well used when you do a titanium and acetate mix. I love the way they do that with the brand of Jacques-Marie Mas also. So the keys to this one is that the acetate is, of course, black. The brushed 12 karat gold plating is a beautiful brushed gold. You're going to see difference in styling cues. The Apollo is written there. The actual gold hinges. You have all your titling written there. I'll try to get that in focus. The tips are done in 14 karat gold brush star cues. It's kind of like a cue they call to mind of pyramids to me, but they're cylindrical. They have a double proprietary lug nut on the side arm, and as well as the face plate of the lens and frame. And like I said, this one has this beautiful depth of construction when you look at the side of it, the way they have done the construction around the eye porthole. So with this one, as I speak on it, the finish of it is this beautiful black acetate. And what that does, the outer shell has the encompassing of the inner rim, which is a metal accent of titanium. The combination, it produces this layer of depth that has black for the authority and gold for the warmth and distinction that you will truly love on your face. The design touches that are subtle are ones that have the edges on the acetate brow line. They evoke like a light depthness to the celestial body of the frame. And then the titanium nose pad that you see here going across the frame is one that is built into a two-part system. So you can have this system here, which is actually a part of the frame, or you can have a hybrid where these are functionally to crimp around your nose. So this will come off as a titanium pad here on the other styling for the frameware. When you hold the frame, you feel in your hand, it's the weight. When you wear it, it's balanced. It's not something that is mass market materials. It's something that really sits well on the face. So let's talk about it in that way. Let's talk about style and the wearability of this particular frame. So when it comes to the style and wearability of the Apollo, this is where I chose and picked and love this colorway. It's a wardrobe pairing that comes off beautiful with charcoal wool coats, crisp white shirts, black trousers, black frame. It gives this coherence that is beautiful. The brushed gold offers just enough accent to the face when you want to wear something that's a little more stylish. The deep navy cashmere sweaters that I love to wear with our fine gauge knits, they pull up the gold warmth off of some of my gold jewelry. And these are beautiful in that manner as well. So the black keeps the look grounded. When you're wearing these in summer travel, you feel great in them. They have a light gray linen style of cue to them that you can wear. A stone chino, something that would be fantastic in that type of Riviera setting. And you could even wear these with navy blue blazers. So the black gold frame reads polished but not showy when you wear this type of lens and frame collaboration. It fits on a face like mine. I'm a medium shaped head, medium face. So at 5122 or 5122, which is the 51 is the millimeter of the eye port, the 22 is the bridge, and the temples are 145. They call that a Wellington shape. I call it a typical Wayfarer, but the Wellington shape is something that you can see consistently in this style and cue when made of this particular styling. So it's a kind of a Wayfarer, kind of a cat eye-esque, but it's more masculine, much more masculine than a cat eye. It suits medium to slightly wider faces, and so that's what I'm trying to say about that particular. The rounded, shape, the square is square rounded, to speak plainly, and the silhouette softens, stronger jaw lines, and it remains and retains the masculinity that I'm trying to speak on. The titanium acetate hybrid bridge that I talked about, that one ensures that the temples and the bridge feel comfortable for long wearing days. This one I prefer because it keeps the structure of my face looking clean. A lot of time with glasses that have the moving structurable hybrid nose pads, I can get them out of whack, and it remains to be an unfulfilling frame for me, because if I get them out of whack and it doesn't sit on my nose pad right, I'm always irritated by that. So the ones that have a structure like these and many of our acetate frames like Jacques Marie and Cartier, I like to have the temple sitting as a part of the acetate. So what I would say about this, for optical and the lens consideration, choose obviously clear or a slightly tinted gray lens. High index if needed, it can go into these with premium AR coatings. You know, for sun, the gradient gray works beautifully for all occasions. For more contrast, I would opt for something that has a natural gray or perhaps a brown variant that you can find at your optician. I wouldn't do too much of a purple or a violet or a lilac that are coming out nowadays. Maybe even a green would go beautifully with these, like the Cartier green, because of that gold rim. Keep the accessories to this one minimal though. I would leave in, if I'm going sunglasses, I would leave them as they are, because that's why I picked these, with that beautiful gray to light gray gradient drop. And so these will come off well with minimal jewelry as well. So something very, you know, I would say avoid overly shiny metallic jewelry that competes with this one. Let the frame be the focal point of your ensemble. A watch, of course, will go well with these. A brushed gold watch or a gold watch will go well with these, but nothing more should be considered when wearing something like these with a suit. It's a beautiful frame. And I would say next, let's talk about the mindset and the value of a frame like this. Looking at the frame, you will see many design cues from Akoni on this particular frame. I have 3 pair of Akonis. The collection is growing with this particular brand. As you can see, the narrative and the value is beautiful with these frames. The boxing, the presentation is immaculate. It's done best in class. It comes with a Italian leather soft pouch, a hard case for travel and for storage. Both have the insignia of Akoni embossed in with metal detailing. It's here on the actual box. And as you open the box here, it has a green felt, very soft to touch material in their very beautiful green and gray combination of colors. The pouch, of course, like I said, is a soft leather pouch with zip. Put accessories in the pouch here, and of course it's lined with Akoni stitched into the lining. You can put a lanyard on it and carry it that way for you ever lose it when you're on your travels. And so for me, this is a story of a fragrance. This is a story of a brand that has made something very beautiful. The Apollo is a beautiful black and gold brush frame that really ticked all the boxes when I was looking for this style of frame. And of course, you know, I went into this looking for something from maybe Jacques Marie, from Oliver Peoples, from RTHE, and all of those have a frame that looks or feels similar to this that I could actually fall in love with. But putting this one on my face was ultimately the key to it. The design longevity of this one, the Wellington shape is a classic one. The black and gold is classic. The exclusivity of this one at this price point and the craftsmanship level is very, very, very on point. Not, you know, this is for the enthusiast and not the impulse buyer, but of course it is one that of measure in its price point, and it does serve you well when you wear these. The brand ethos, you know, it's Akoni. It emphasizes craft, detail, heirloom quality, and it is aligned with people like us who are collectors. You know, we have that collector gene. You know, it's investing with legacy and not just for objects, and that's why I love these particular style of frames that will be with me forever. These are beautiful. These are the Akoni Apollo in brushed gold and black. I, of course, will always throughout this video show you on face frame pictures, so you'll see a close-up styling of how it looks on face and how the frame comes about. But this has been a great pickup for me as far as like Akoni goes. Of course, like I try to do, you know, everything is kind of copied nowadays, so you want to look for things like the name, the made in Japan, the 51, 22, 145, and then the actual coating of the actual frame is exactly how you see it here on the box, and exactly where you see it placed. Another thing that can be a cue is when you look at the top of the frame, you're going to see Akoni printed here to give you that it is a authentic frame. As you can see, the brass lifts just above, and it is a beautiful, beautiful frame. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we've explored the Akoni Apollo in black gold, and black and brush gold. Like I said, the aerospace-inspired Wellington shape uses premium materials, premium design, and it is great for a wardrobe and collection of your and my caliber. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. I'm going to place this with more of my eyewear collection videos, and I hope you guys explore those. Let me know what you think about these Apollo from the brand of Akoni.